was the year without suffering Europe. There are around 9,000 people died. Yes, the weather, climate change, weather change, and once also the volcano in Lombok. Yeah, but it was a long time ago, back in 1257. It seems no one ever recorded. That time is too long ago. Yeah, but one in Krakatau that's recorded caused one of the biggest tsunami at the time. Yeah, but the ancient eruption from the volcano actually is good for our agriculture. Yeah, as you know, around Indonesia, our soil looks very fertile, and it's one of the best for farming, especially rice as our main staple, and other commodities. We also have dry crops like soya bean and then corns, yeah, and the tobacco as well. Yeah. In Lombok, we plant tobacco, and we call our tobacco is the type of the tobacco that we plant in Lombok called Virginian tobacco. Yeah, I believe it's a long time ago was introduced or brought by Portuguese or by Spanish. Virginian tobacco. Yeah, Virginian, they call it. Ah, we're from Virginia. Okay. Yeah, and usually here for local, we also make the Indonesian cigarette. The flavor tend to be stronger because our Indonesian cigarette we have also added with the cloves flavor as the sauce we call it. Yeah. But some of the international cigarette brand company in Java especially, they make adjustment, yeah, for the cigarette that they produce in Indonesia. They also have a mild one, yeah, because it has like the international customer, yeah. So everyone may enjoy the Indonesia cigarette actually. So this time, because we are in rainy season, December, January, February up to March. So if the natural cycles is normal, usually we have 6 months for rainy season and 6 months for dry seasons. Yeah. And during rainy season or wet season, we plant plenty of rice because the rice that we plant around the flat area here, it needs a lot of water from not only from the rain but also water from the irrigation. It means we also have the irrigation system. So our government built the dam or reservoir up on the higher land, and then the water going to be distributed through the water canal. Yeah. So somewhere if we pass through the rice field, and we can see like a small water canal that usually has the function to supply the water from the reservoir. And for the farm system, especially for planting, we still keep it in traditional way. We do it manually by hand. So our rice here that needs a lot of water, it takes around 100 days to grow from the grain, yeah, from the seed up to the harvesting of the crops. But firstly, if you want to plant the rice, we have to prepare what we call it rice nursery. It's like a rice seedling. We wide the rice grain sprouting around 15 centimeter, yeah, or 20 centimeter, and then we pick it up one by one. Then we replant it or transplant it in the soil that we already prepared, and we make sure the soil has enough water, yeah, on it to make the soil texture is softer. Because our rice in the first month it must be watered, yeah, and water need to cover the soil. But after more than 1 month, it's going to be reduced slowly for the rice, and after 2 months it's less water for the rice. Then 3 months no need to irrigate it, and then 3.5 months ready to be harvested. And we have a traditional philosophy for the farmer here. For planting, that's special job that's done by the women, because the women in our culture is a symbol of fertility. Yeah. And the men usually still working on the farm. They do plowing, yeah. And here, some of the farmers still use a cow or buffalo for pulling the single plow, yeah. And then in current time, some of the farmers also modernize their system. They ran some of the tractor to help to plow their soil. So it seems more efficient and also takes less time, yeah, to plow their land. And for harvesting, traditionally, for cutting the rice, we use what we call it sickle, yeah, the sickle knife, yeah, by hand. But now they also use the machine. See moss, yeah, another moss, yeah. It's already like 6 or 5 moss. And it's going to be more moss actually inside of the village area, yeah. Smaller mosques, yeah. But we still call it mosque as well. You can see some of the offices, like on the right here, the police office or police station, hospital on the left, the school, yeah, we call it the senior high school on our left. So it's very quiet today, yeah, because we're still in a semester break. We also have what we call it the compulsory study, but only for 9 years. And next year will be added another 2 years, totally going to be 12 years starting from next year. So compulsory study for 9 years means that children start from 7 years plus 6 years in primary or elementary school, and then another plus 3 years, yeah, in what we call it junior high school. They must go to school, and for the tuition fee is free, so they don't need to pay for the tuition fee. Primary and junior high school, we call it. And then if they want to continue to senior high school, so senior high school means starting from 15 or 16 years old up to 19 or 18 years old. Our government use the schema, what we call it the cross-subsidized for the funding of the school. It means that students who are categorized as the lower income family, they don't need to pay. But if students are categorized as more income family, the parent have to contribute at least $10 per month. $10, not more than. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit cheaper. So $10 is around 150,000 rupiah per month. But if they are from the lower income family, it's free. Here in Lombok, we also have a university. Some are managed by the regional government, we call it. Here, the biggest one, we call it Mataram University. So Mataram is also the name of the capital of our island of Lombok. So actually also the capital of both Lombok Island and the next island called Sumbawa. So two of this island, Lombok and the next island called Sumbawa, we still in one part of the province in Indonesia, like a state in Indonesia. And in Indonesia, we have 38 of province or states. Yeah. And on the right here, that's the monument still being renovated. The symbol of Islam and traditional Sasak houses. So on the top, that's the symbol of the mosque, yeah, it's symbolizing of the majority of Islam. And in a lower level, that's the symbol of the shape of traditional Lombok house. So actually, the Lombok house, which has the shape like that, it has a special function for rice storage, yeah, for keeping the rice during the crop harvesting. Then if they need for their food, the local in the traditional village here, they just pick it up some of the rice or other foods from their rice storage. So in traditional village, actually, the Lombok people, they also still keep it in a traditional shape, and also the construction still traditional, means that the roof is made of a thatch roof from the grass, and then it has a four steel, yeah, four pillar, and each of the pillar it has like a small wooden plate which attach on each of the pillar, which has the function as the nice protection. So it's like a local traditional architecture. And underneath of the rice storage compartment, it's like a compartment actually. It has like a platform, yeah, that we can use as the traditional place for welcoming our guests, or having coffee, or even just rest or lay back during the siesta time. You can see along the road on the left and on the right side, you can see the trees. Those trees, what we call it in our language is mahoni or mahogany. Mahogany trees. So mahogany is very good for making furniture and also local wood carving. You can see on the right, that's a farmer going to plant rice. And some of the corn stock, it means this was from the previous farm, because before rainy season, yeah, around 3-4 months ago, we still had the dry season. It means local farmer here planted corn, because corn is as the dry crops. Yeah, here in Lombok also you can see many motorbikes. Yeah. But here for the traffic it's still okay, still good. I mean, we barely experience with the traffic jam here, except during the wedding procession. Yeah, because usually here during wedding procession, yeah, hundreds or even 1,000 of family from the bride and groom, they're going to accompany newly married couple walk around the village as a part of the wedding announcement for the local who live in the village nearby, where the parents of a bride or groom lives there. It's a part of the Muslim tradition actually. If a couple is just married, they have to announce to the people who live in the village nearby. The more people have witnessed them got married, it means the more blessed that they going to get. Yeah, that's a part of the Muslim tradition. However, here, even though most of the people here are Muslim, we still also have the the traditional tradition and traditional beliefs. Yeah. In Lombok, the traditional belief it's related to the old beliefs, the heritage from the ancestor of Lombok local tribe. It's kind of the animisms. It's a belief in the spirit. Yeah, with I believe what we call it mysticisms. Yeah, some people believe. Yeah, even the number is not many. Yeah, like a long time ago. But even though they are Muslim, yeah, some people that believe it. And another unique culture, which is actually is a part of the tradition from Lombok, the merit system. Yeah, in Muslim culture, it's different to the merit system in the Lombok tradition. So in Muslim culture, normally, if a boy, a man want to get married with a girl, the boy has to send the delegation from his family to the parent of the a girl, a lady, and they propose, yeah, the marriage, yeah, to the family, yeah, to the parent of the ladies, and then they're going to negotiate what we call it the dowry, and then in Indonesia, legally, if the Indonesian Muslim want to get married, or even and also another religion, if they want to get married, they must register their marriage in a civil registration, and then also their marriage by the religion. So it's mean the imam for Muslim that's going to legitimate that marriage. The same with another religion like Christian, Catholic, and Hinduism. Yeah, that is the leader of the religion. They're going to legitimate the marriage, and then also they must register their marriage in the state as a part of the feel as tourism. So it's more for legality for the marriage. However, in Lombok, according to tradition, we have a very unique one. One of the marriage system, what we call it elopement. So elopement, it's runaway marriage, and that's still acceptable. Yeah, and that's still acceptable. Even to another culture like in Java and Sumatra, that is not acceptable for the elopement. But in Lombok, it's acceptable. Why is still acceptable? We have some reason. Yeah, first, it can make the dowry cheaper. So the negotiation it can be much easier. When the boy already kidnapped, we use the term of kidnap, but here it's not the crime, yeah, because before the boy and the girl are running, yeah, and the boy kidnapped the girl, they actually already made an agreement. So the girl it's agree, and the girl love the boy. Okay, that's the reason, yeah, that's can make the dowry cheaper. And then the second reason, it's also related to the tradition. Yeah. So in Lombok, for the young boys and girls, we have a tradition. The translation literally in English maybe is a having date. Yeah, having date. But here in Lombok, having date means the boy visiting the girl, the single girl, during Saturday night, during weekend, from 7 p.m. at night, maximum to 10 p.m. at night. And in Lombok, we have unique tradition because in this situation, it's often the boy who are going to visit the girl is not only one boy. It can be 2, 3, 4, and 5 boys. And the boys must be fair. Who came earlier, it's going to have a chance to have a conversation or just a light chat with the girl at the front of the girl house, a terrace usually. Or here, usually in Lombok, we have a traditional gazebo or platform, the bamboo platform, that usually it has a multi-function purposes for the use of the local people here. Yeah. So, for example, the tradition here, it takes around 15 to 20 minutes for the first boy who came earlier. Then the girl going to welcome him and then have a conversation. That's more like approach, actually, approach. And in this situation, the girl actually has the right, yeah, has a democracy actually to vote, yeah, to choose which boy they're going to be the best later. And then in traditional way, usually here the timer it indicated by two of the cigarette. That's the boy smoking. So the boy smoking, for example, with already two cigarettes, and then the second shooter going to give them sign. Okay, next is my turn, and it's maximum up to 10 o'clock. And in this situation, the girl has more choices actually. So which the boy will be the best for her. And later, when she already decided and she would like to choose one of the boys, then they made an agreement that I mentioned before, the agreement before they run away. So in the language, it seems that the boy kidnapped the girl, but actually they already made an arrangement and they love to each other. Yeah. And in this situation also in Lombok, it shows the goodwill of the boy, because means that he really loved her, because that he want to marry her. Yeah. And it's good for the man in Lombok, the boy for Lombok. It's mean he's a real gentleman. And in the situation a long time ago, it also might happen when they run away. Another shooter, they're going to stop them somewhere before they cross the village border, and they're going to challenge to each other. Yeah, they could fight to each other, and in that situation, that the boy has to show his what's called his strength, yeah, that he deserves for the girl. Long time ago, yes, that's possibly they rather do more soft negotiation, because usually the boy asks the girl again, do you want to choose me or other? And then when the girl says, okay, I want to choose you as my future husband, then the other switcher, they must be fair. They must give them away, and they are going to go to another village, and within 3 days the boy have to send a delegation, and it can be represented by the parent and also family or the chief of the village, and that's the time for negotiation actually, and negotiation for the dowry. If the report not be reported to the parent of the girl more than 3 days, it can be considered as a crime. So maximum not more than 3 days. So the delegation must be sent to tell the daughter of the family is okay, and she's happy, and now is the time for a negotiation for the dowry. And when they meet the number, yeah, the amount, usually it can be used the money. Used to be the dowry. It can be in kind of animal like buffalo or cow. But now to make it easier, they're converting in money. Like let's say 2 buffaloes, it costs around 50 million rupiah, for example. But when the kidnapping marriage has been done by the boy, it can be negotiated. So it can be discount around 30% up to 50%. That's the duration. Yeah. And after that, the boy and girl marriage in mosque, normally it's going to be held by the imam for the Muslim, and also have to register it, their marriage document in one of the government civil registration office. So that's called the elopement marriage. Yeah. And in Indonesia, we also have the regulation The youngest age for the girl to get married is 19, and for the youngest boy to get married is 21. Yeah, it's just around 3 years ago. Actually, it has been changed. It was younger, girl 17 and boy 19, but it seems it's too young. Yeah. Even though as a part of the culture, yeah, they still married younger than 19 or 21, and it means that still acceptable by the Sharia, the Islamic law, but as the citizens, they don't have any paper. So it means that when they already reach 19 and 21, then they can register their marriage. Generally, our road condition is still in a good condition. Yeah. Even though not very wide, but it's smooth enough. And we actually around the rural area. So from here to the capital city of Lombok, it takes around 45 minutes from here. We're still around the rural area, and we're going down to the south. So south mean down to the beaches along the Indonesian Sea. If we see on the map, our southern part of Lombok, it's connected directly to the continent of Australia. So the nearest flight from Lombok to Northern Territory, it takes 2 hours from Lombok. So it used to be we had the direct flight from Western Australia. It was operated by Air Asia before COVID. So in the years of 2018 and 2019, then in 2020 the operation was closed because there were not many passengers joined the direct flight from Western Australia from Perth to Lombok. And from Western Australia to Lombok, it takes 3.5 hours. But now if you want to fly direct overseas from Lombok, there are 2 big cities in the Southeast Asia that's available for the direct flight. You can fly direct from Singapore and Kuala Lumpur for 3 hours. It takes 3 hours. both Scoot Air and Air Asia that still operates the direct flight from Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. If you want to fly from here to Jakarta, it takes 2 hours from Lombok to Jakarta. And from here to Bali, it's very quick. It's only 20 minutes from here to Bali. It's same as longer to wait in the airport of Lombok. And if we ride on the jet plane, yeah, it can be quicker, yeah, maybe around 15 minutes, yeah. So maybe the pilot hasn't changed the first gear to the second gear. Yeah. And another transportation available are slow ferry, we call it. It's kind of a vehicle ferry where the bus and the trucks, cars, motorbike can cross together on the ferry. It takes 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours, depending on the weather condition. And also there are some of a fast boat company operate their fast boat from Bali to Lombok. It takes for 2 hours, but it's only available for the passengers, not for car or motorbike. And the fast boat connection, it starts from some of a harbor or a small seaport around Sanur, and it's not far from Kuta in Bali, direct to the northern part of a small island in Lombok called Gili's Island. It's the northern part of Lombok. It's a very beautiful small coral islands for snorkeling and diving. So another 10 more minutes, we're going to arrive at our first destination, the traditional Lombok hand weaving village. And the name of the village is Sukarara. So Suka means love to, and Rara means working hard. Yeah. So it's related to how the local people here produce the traditional hand woven or traditional fabrics. To produce a 1 meter square of sorrow, normally it takes around 4 weeks or almost 1 month. So using the traditional loom, yeah, what we call it the backstrap looms, yeah, and they usually do it traditionally, carefully, in 1 day for around 6 hours working. The hand weaver here, they can produce around 8 centimeter to 10 centimeter. It's not much because they do it very patiently. And the material that we use here, we use the cotton wool for making the thread, and then other fiber also we use it here, like the fiber from the kapuk, yeah, the kapuk wool. So